folks, just responding to some of your questions. Water fasting. What are my thoughts on water fasting? Why don't I talk more about it? Why don't I acknowledge it as a valid, deep way of cleansing? People are doing water fasting for centuries, for millennia even, for all sorts of reasons. Primarily health, spirituality, because when you release one side of your bodily stimulation, i.e. food, it can intensify the other side. It can intensify the health, the healing. It can intensify your spiritual experience. So it does work in that sense. Food, for one thing, digestion takes up 30% of our daily energy. So imagine getting rid of that job. All of a sudden, you've got 30% more energy to play with. So cutting out this usage of digestive energy, that 30% can go, that 30% extra energy can go to healing the body instead, can go to detoxification. Fasting works because you're getting out of the way. The body knows what it's doing. The body inherently knows. Mother Nature knows what it's doing. Look at a dog. A dog, when it's sick, it knows to fast. We don't necessarily know that anymore because we're so far detached from nature, but we inherently have that within us. That the body, it knows what to do to heal itself. Getting out, it's not the food from your good diet really that heals you. It's the fact that you've gotten out of the way. It's the fact that you're no longer applying all of this really heavy, hard to digest food at the body, and instead it has more energy available, more vitality to do detoxification and healing. So I do concede that water fasting does work for healing. It does allow the body to heal. So that being the case, why don't I acknowledge it more? Why don't I bring people more down into a water fasting state to affect the healing of the skin? Well, let me ask you this. Why do you have eczema? Why do you have your health problem, whatever it is? Is it because you ate food? Or is it because of a certain type of food that you ate? And let me also ask you this. After your water fast, what are you going to go back to eating? So, in a way, what I try to do is almost cut out the middleman, almost just cut out the necessity of a water fast, because I jump straight to the program afterwards. I jump straight into the healing program, the program that feeds you, the program that nourishes you, detoxifies you, and is sustainable. A water fast is always going to be a finite length. It's always going to be a maximum of maybe 21 days, 40 days, but then you've got to find a program that is going to continue to provide you with a healthy lifestyle. And I want to give you that. I want to give you that lifestyle now, because even though the water fast might affect some really deep cleansing for you, it's just not necessary. The idea is to get a consistency in your life so that your daily process, your daily reality is what heals you. You don't need to go on any fast, any cleanse, anything like that. Your very program of how you live your life will bring about the same results, long-term results, lasting, sustainable results that you might get from doing a water fast. So nourishment, detoxification, and sustainability. Any program that you follow, any diet that you follow, it's got to have all of those three things: nourishment, detoxification, and sustainability. Most commonly, diets are missing sustainability because people agree that they're detoxifying, they agree that they're very nourishing, but they can't do it long term. There's something about the diet, there's something about the program. How many people do you know who've done paleo that can truly do paleo, that can truly do the diet long term without ever having any cravings, without ever needing any psyllium husk to go to the bathroom? It's so hard. And even if you haven't done a specific diet, even if it's just been a way that you've eaten, just, your unlabeled path of food, there's likely to be some aspect missing from one of those three. Maybe nourishment has been missing for you. Maybe you're not detoxifying from your current diet, but it is sustainable for you because you're really enjoying it. What I want to teach you, what I try to teach, is this program that encapsulates all three of these things. in abundance. You want abundant nourishment, abundant detoxification, and abundant sustainability. You're going to love it. I want you to love how you eat. And it's possible to have all those three things in abundance. It's possible through the whole foods, low fat, plant-based diet. No other type of vegan diet can achieve that. No other type of no low carb diet can achieve that, because we're carnivores. We're carnivores. Not just are we herbivores, we're carnivores. We want the carbs, we want the sugar, because that's the easiest energy for us. It's the most bioavailable energy to us. How hard is it for our bodies to get energy from fat and protein? Carbohydrate, nourishment, detoxification from the fruits, from the greens, sustainability, because we're eating to satiation every time. There's so many people doing little things to their diets to try and improve their health, but they're not addressing the bigger issues. They're not addressing where the majority of their calories are coming from. So let's take kombucha, for example. There are people that go out of their way, go to the health store specifically to buy kombucha, but they're still eating meat. Do you know how illogical? Stop and think about how illogical that is. You're doing something to try and improve your digestive health, but then you're eating meat, which is the hardest thing to digest. It's so illogical. It's like people with heart disease that have statins to try and lower their cholesterol, but then they eat cholesterol. They eat eggs, they eat chicken, they eat salmon, these things with high cholesterol, yet they go and take drugs to try and lower their cholesterol. It's just so illogical. It's so illogical. When you just stop and think about what it is that you're doing with your diet, you really start to spot how illogical you've been. I digress. Water fasting. The only time that anyone should ever even consider doing a water fast is if the diet is already super clean, at least a low-fat, raw vegan diet, before you can even possibly have a reason for wanting to do a water fast. For 99.9% of you, you just don't need to take things that far, because all you need to do is get some consistency into your clean eating. And that's it. When you're doing a water fast as well, you can't exercise really. You've only got the energy really to do some light walking, maybe just really gentle yoga. But what I promote is eat clean, eat big, and enjoy that fuel to get out and pump the lymph. Operate the detoxification, pump the lymph, get those toxins out, and you'll enjoy it more too. And it's sustainable. You can't do a water fast forever. You can't do a water fast for very long at all. But you can do a healing, detoxifying, nourishing program. You can do that sustainably. You can do it long term.